Konnichiwa. Welcome back, folks. Today we're back with Gacharic Spin, and the request is for I Wish, or Wish. I Wish I. My goodness, hard to tell. The quotation mark says I Wish I. So this request comes in from one of my cherished VIP patrons, Home Gnome, who has requested Gacharic Spin in the past, and I've really enjoyed their music. So we're back again. There's a little bit of information that he gave me, so I'll read it through. It says, from the same album as Mindset, the first reaction you did for them, I had a hard time choosing between studio and live for this, partly because I think you, in general, prefer studio. A man who likes to listen to Tool in the dark with his eyes closed. I did say that, so he's right. But Gacharic Spin is a band that should also be experienced live, so that's what I've gone for this time. Yeah, I love live stuff too, don't get me wrong. I think the thing with the studio is I love the way you can kind of build huge architecture. You know what, you sort of, your imagination is your limit. You know, you can add as many different things as you like, you know, so you can really go wild in the studio. But there's something also to be said for a live band that can play really well together. You know, using more sort of minimal elements whenever they're playing. So yeah, like them both. So it says also this version shows you the full current lineup. Please note that the singing drummer you saw in Mindset is now the singing second guitarist. And in brackets it says the new drummer was on maternity leave when they were recording the album. Hannah switched from drums to guitar in 2019 after 10 years in the band. Drums to guitar, nice one. Versatile players. He says the lineup can be confusing, but hopefully you'll get to know them. Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, the format here is going to run right through this uninterrupted as a reaction, and I'll go back and maybe have a little chat about it. So yeah, and don't forget, guys, I've done some other Gacharic Spin and of course a ton of other videos on reaction stuff, so make sure you have a wee dig through the channel if you enjoy this. So without further ado, let's get going.
I wish I could stay the world to harmony. 人の心がもし透けて見えたのなら覗いてみる勇気は持ってるの君から見えるもの僕から見えるものを確かめてよ世界はとても美しい Shut it down! 人と違って恥ずかしくないのああしろこうしろこうあるべきだ多いもん勝ちで決める世の中本当に言いたいことは何本当の自分はどこ本当になりたいものは何自分の人生だろう「 者たちを正しい間違い吹かない言わないではないどうせこんな世界だなんて全て投げ出さないでこの瞬間苦しくても終わりじゃない誰がどっちが自分を僕が愛せばいいそこが始まりよそうここに立ち続けて歌おういつだって失った本音誰かと違う僕は愛されないのがこれなき言葉に消されるんだ流れた自分が乾く前にこうやって辛くたって僕ら生きてゆくんだ信じてこの時はとても美しい
Oh, major chord at the
ありが
end.
とうございましたガチャリックスピンでした
Yeah, superb. Great stuff. I really like how the song and the band are sort of touching on different genres there. You know, I'm not really big into like labeling artists, but for the sake of trying to sort of maybe explain the feel and the vibe I got from the song, there was definitely sort of like some the chorus chord progression, for instance, is very much a sort of Western kind of. Well, say pop. I don't necessarily mean pop music, but like popular sort of. Let's see what key. Yeah, so we were kind of in D minor a lot there. So this kind of. You got that chord progression going out around and around a lot, you know, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But that, which can be a little bit generic, but it's a nice sounding chord progression. But the reason why I don't feel like it was generic listening to this is because the intricacy and the sophistication between all of the vocal roles, you know, for all the different members, sort of, you know, singing all the different parts in between each other, that actually keeping the harmony kind of simple in those moments, it really works because there's so much other information going on at the same time. So we're getting this sort of more, I don't know if I would say progressive, but kind of think of prog as being, you know, sophisticated, you know, lots of different elements going on. So I hear like a proggy fusion kind of influence from the sheer amount of information being thrown at us, mixed with sort of Western pop sensibilities and the big sort of anthemic choruses. And then obviously we've got a lot of sophistication with the piano providing sort of, you can hear sort of like, there must be classical jazz training going on to that. I can tell as a piano teacher myself that the pianist is well trained, you know, really, really tasteful playing across the board, but the piano in particular really stands out to me. That's primarily a pianist. Love the aggression in the vocals as well. Something else that sort of came through was the sort of the performance aspect. I can see now why Homnum wanted me to see the live performance because there is so much drama, particularly with the lead vocalist and the expression. It's almost like the way the music sort of rises and falls and breaks and quiet and loud, that with her performance, it almost makes me think of like I'm watching a film because it's a real performance. You know, it's like somebody playing a character. And then obviously with the addition of all of the different members contributing to that, you know, it's very powerful. And it's nice to have the subtitles there as well because, well, I was in Japan last year and had the best time of my life. But it's going to take me a while before I can speak any Japanese fluently. So yeah, mind you, there was so much going on musically that I was really only catching some of the lyrics. But the basic sort of sentiment I got was like sort of be yourself, stop trying to be somebody else. So I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that was the sort of basic sentiment I got from seeing some of the lyrics there. So yeah, so I'm going to go through and do a little bit more of a breakdown here. Maybe talk about some of the things that are going more in real time. And yeah, let's see what we got.
I wish I could stay a word to harmony. 人の心がもし透けて見えたのなら覗いてみ
So what's interesting to me there is that I can see the guitarist is doing something. I don't hear any guitar, so I don't know whether there's definitely sort of additional things happening that I assumed were maybe backing tracks, because I can hear the piano part clearly, but you can hear the sort of electronic stuff happening in the background, synthesizer stuff. I assumed it was backing tracks or maybe controlled by the keyboard player, but the guitarist, of course, the guitarist could be sort of just playing along with the volume turned down, just outlining the chords. There's a possibility, but must be running through some sort of effects, sort of unusual effects to get that sound, if that's what we're hearing.
I wish I could stay a word.
You can hear there's a beat in there anyway. You can hear the electronic stuff, but you can see his guitarist on the right. He's definitely playing stuff. Don't hear guitar though. There's a sort of, it's not the same progression as what I'd said before, but reminds me of like a Western kind of. It's C sharp minor. At this point, I thought we were in E minor, or D minor, sorry, from just on the first run through there. Maybe it modulated somewhere and I missed that. Or I could be, my ears are maybe off today, I don't know. But C sharp minor, so down to A, it's going to be E and B. So yeah. But there's nice stuff happening in the piano part. It's not just this. Hearing this. There's sort of nice fills and things in there. Yeah, let's go on. Oh, you hear a bit of guitar in there now, very low in the mix on the right. And then over in the left. There's some nice little fills in the keyboard part there, really nice. There's that nice diminished chord I was talking about, so it comes up from the A. I love those kind of dissonant kind of harmonies there. Yeah, give me more of that. I love that. Yeah, didn't see that coming at all. Love that. Maybe a punk attitude, a thrashy kind of vibe as well was another thing. That's sort of verging on rap, really. The vocal delivery there, absolutely. Yeah, high energy. Let's see, actually there's a wee riff in there, it's quite nice to see. Yeah, that's we're in D minor now. Something. something going on there. It's coming down the D natural minor scale. So much in the performance, like from each member, brilliant. Really engaging with the audience. There's that interplay I was saying about, so there's that rising. Sort of, that's a very sort of British new wave heavy metal. AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden kind of, we get this. That kind of rise, if we're in D minor, that's 6, 7, 8. Which, yeah, it sounds great. It's been done a million times and it works. But if you listen to the energy and the vocal performances, I think that's why it still sounds really fresh, even though the harmony itself isn't. Changing the beat as well. And the triplet start. Beautiful. I love the sort of like little walking bass line down there, really showcasing the bass player. I haven't said much about the bassist at this point, but you can see all the sort of technical stuff, the slapping and popping and all sorts of things going on there, but not getting in the way, not just being overly virtuosic for the sake of it, just finding places to fit in nicely, and that works really nice with the sort of the piano being sort of the main showcase, I guess. Rim shots on the snare. This is the second reaction video I've filmed today, and I cannot get my spacebar to relate to this whatsoever. It's driving me mad. I was going to say I love the video as well. It's a good idea to help digest exactly what's going on stage, to actually show us each of the members. Not everybody at once there, but there was a part later on in the video where you could see, I think there were 5 vertical sort of different people, at that. You know what I mean? I really like that because there's so much going on there with each member. You can actually see I'm in the most replayed section, so I wonder, is that why? This is the part I'd said. This is the part that really, really made me think of like an actor in a film. If you take all of the music out of this and just the lead vocalist at this point, it's making me think of some of the Japanese films I've seen. Really impassioned. Love that. Vocal harmonies, beautiful. All great singers in their own right. Yeah, I love the way they're splitting the roles between the lead vocals, not just backing vocals, but you can actually hear it's being intertwined with each of the different members. That's beautiful. Triplets again. Double kick. Changing the rhythm again, keeping it inventive. There is a bit of a dual guitar solo going on there. I see, mainly consistent of unison bends, from what I can tell. But you know, you're going to be using sort of pentatonics and parts of the natural minor scale. See, is this on? Touch of reverb, maybe. There's lots of this. Can't go wrong with unison bends, you can't. So in case you don't know, a unison bend there, you know, we're playing a D, for instance, on this string. And also fretting the D here, but bending a C. I'm playing both of those notes at once and sort of bending a little bit. You get this sort of, it's the same note played twice, but different, layered on top of itself. You get that slight distortion, but it sounds great, you know, when you get... Rockin'. Good old-fashioned rock and roll. Beautiful touch on the piano. See? Something like that's a bit crude in it. Hers is nicer, but you get that lovely touch. I could sit around there all day. Let's push on. Fooled me again. Spacebar. It fooled me again there because I thought the first time that we're going straight into it, da 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 da, but this stops. Fooled me again. Superb. Like, obviously, I haven't heard the studio version, but that's the type of thing that when the lead vocalist goes up and hits a long note and sustains it, that in the studio, you know, if you're lead vocalist and you're doing sort of the majority of the vocal duties, you'd hold that over and then you go back and you overdub and you come in with the other parts. What's really cool there is live is that they're still able to do that. Now, I don't know whether in the studio version the different roles of the vocalists are the same or whether this is being adapted mainly for the stage. And the lead vocalist does maybe more of the backing harmonies. That would be more of a traditional thing. So I don't know. I'm only speculating here, of course. But it's something that really occurs to me as being rather unusual. There's not many bands that can do this. Or I'm just going to sing through that, and then we've got another fantastic singer here who's going to sing where I would normally have to cut that note off and come in. So yeah, it's just really cool, really refreshing. You don't really see this very often. So let me see. Most replayed. Hang on, it said most replayed was there. No, most replayed is there. More than one most replayed. Triplet theme again. Back to thrashy, punky kind of sound. Double kick. Yep. very much a metal kind of vibe or feel. It doesn't sound like a metal band when they go into that because the tones and the guitar and stuff feel a wee bit more in the rock, alt rock, maybe punky kind of world. You know, you don't have those sort of like EMG pickups or something, you know, to make it sound and like really crunchy. You know, the drumming style there is very reminiscent of sort of like metal, but the energy of the band has a bit of more of a blend of sort of the punk ethos there at that point. You know, which I like because I don't know, it makes it more coherent sounding because we've still got that sort of personality of the band the whole way through, regardless of what styles they're kind of incorporating in there. They're not just shifting from like a really heavy guitar sound into, you know, like something else and it doesn't go. It all seems to blend very well. Really fun. Bouncy. Giving it stacks. Brilliant. There's your major. Definitely hear a major end on that as opposed to a minor. Yeah. Wow. Excellent stuff. Great band. Great band. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, please do subscribe. Consider supporting me on Patreon. Have a look through the rest of the channel. Some original music, some covers, lots of reaction videos, analysis videos, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So thank you very much, or arigato gozaimasu. So loved it. See you next time.